What's going on, yo? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ralphie. And before we even get started, man, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that stuff. I just made this channel to give advice and stuff on people that are going in, people that are in, people that get out. I'm already out. I did 14 years, you already know. I'm already out. And if you're dealing with the VA or whatever, and I'm gonna work my way up to that. My first video was reasons why you may want to join the military. 5 reasons, and I gave you the 5 reasons why I joined the military. You know what I mean? So we're going on from there. I'm imagining, okay, you've got your reasons why you want to join the military, whatever they may be. Whatever they may be, that's your reason to join, right? So now you're going into the recruiter. You made the choice that you want to go into a recruiting station and talk to a recruiter. But before you go into that recruiting station, I'm going to tell you this. Do your homework. Do your homework. You have the power of the internet. You have a lot more at your disposal than what I had back in 99 when I joined. When you go into the recruiting office, okay, you don't want to go into that recruiting office and say, I don't know what I want. I'm here because I want to join. And they're going to ask you, what do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. Don't say that, okay? That's one thing you don't want to say when you go into the recruiting office. If you're watching this and you're 16, and you're 15, 16, you haven't gotten arrested, good for you. You haven't, joined any cartels and moved some kind of weight, good for you. Try not to get in trouble when you go in, but if you do, that's one thing you wanna disclose to the recruiter right away, because let's not even talk about jobs yet. You want to get all that out of the way, because the last thing you want is, I found a great job. This is what I want. Oh my God, this is great. You tell your family you're ready. You got your mindset, and they're like, oh man, you can't join because you got that drug charge when you're working with Pablo Escobar. Disclose everything. When you get in, first thing you want to do is, I don't know why the recruiters are asking stuff now, but when you go in, you want to be like, hey, look, man, I got this thing on my record, blah, 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 whatever. So you can get that background check going fast. Make sure you do a little bit of studying for the ASVAB, just, basic stuff. There's a lot of study guides out there. Study, because they're going to give you a practice test to do. So you do good on the practice test, it'll motivate that recruiter to help you even more. If you do good, they'll be like, oh man, this guy, he did good. So it's gonna motivate them to move a little more for you. If you go in there and you're the type of person, you're not really, you're like, like you're not showing any motivation, because the military thrives off motivation. If that recruiter's telling you, hey man, you gotta be here at 8 o'clock, and you're there like at 8:50, 8:30, every time he tells you to come in, or sometimes, hey, I'm not gonna make it, man, I'm just not. He knows when it's something real, and he knows when you're not motivated. Those recruiters ain't gonna help you. They're gonna treat you like crap. Trust me. So you go in motivated. Do your research on the ASVAB. So you can take that practice test. Let them know if you have anything that you think might hinder you as far as your background. Like, look, man, I got in trouble. I got a DUI 2 years ago or whatever, or I don't know. So this way, off the rip, they can tell you what you got to do or what you need. Or if unfortunately it's whatever you did was so bad, I killed 12 guys at a bar. It's whatever. If it was so bad where they're like, oh man, nah, you can't, I'm sorry, we can't help you, blah, blah, whatever, then you know what direction you go. Because there's times, and I'm just being honest, if there's something that, if it's so big, but don't get that, I don't want to discourage anyone. If you kill 12 guys in a bar, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But if there's a lot of times when it's just, I got caught with some marijuana. And, they know how to, like, okay, it was this, he was young, blah, 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 whatever. He was younger, or he was in high school. They know. You get a lot of high school kids, whatever. I was in high school, I know. Also, try to commit. if that recruiter, there are times, believe it or not, where he finds you a great job. Okay, he will find that slot, because there's slots. There's almost always gonna be slots in infantry, artillery, combat this, combat that. So when you go in, if you want to do infantry, remember there's usually always a slot for that. So with those jobs, they can kind of be a little more loose with them. But when it comes to those specialized jobs, like, oh, I want to be, I don't know, some kind of computer tech. Oh, well, we only got 3 slots. And it's true. They might only have 3 slots for that, because it's such a small group. There might only be, I don't know, 100 computer techs. I don't know what MOS that would be in that branch. And, right now they only need 2 people because they're hiring. That's basically what they do. They're filling in positions. So you need to make sure that you score good on that ASVAB. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure, do your research, do your studying, score good on that ASVAB, and try to get that job that you want. But you gotta remember, hey, if there's a slot, there's 2 slots, you want it, and you research that. You tell them, hey, let me research. And research, it wasn't like before when I was in, where I had to go to the library, I had to call people, I had to do this. Right now, when he says, hey, research, you can just pull your phone out right there and look and read about it. Most likely he's going to have a pamphlet about it, or some kind of material for you to look at. Read it, look at it. I want you to think about it, because everything nowadays is moving faster. Think about, how is this going to help me if and when I decide to leave? How is this job translating over to the civilian world? Anyway, you're in that recruiter, you pick that job, do your research on it, read it. Okay, this is a computer technician, whatever. I love computers. I feel I'm gonna go into the cybersecurity world and get out. So this, read. Oh, it gives you this. A plus, C plus. I'm using that as an example because of me, but you're like, oh, this is what I want to do. Okay, and this helps me. This gets my foot in the door. You got your GI Bill, whatever, which you're not gonna use when you're inside. You shouldn't, but whatever. I don't see why you would have to, but so go ahead. You got your GI Bill, whatever. So when I get out and maybe I want to get a bachelor's in this, I already got this basis. I can, if I do things right, set myself up for success, because I have this basis already that the military gave me, and I can go out when I get out, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Don't say I don't know what I want, because they're going to give you what they need. And it's negotiations. It's negotiations. Now, once you're in, you're in. But in the beginning, it's negotiations. You're negotiating. Don't go in and say you don't know, because they're going to drag you all over the place. Oh, I know what you want. You want infantry. That's the easiest thing to do. Infantry, boom. There, get in. Give them a GI Bill, and that's it. Do not join. Do not go into a job just because of a bonus. That's the last thing you want to do. Let me tell you 2 things about a bonus. 1, the higher the bonus, the more time you're going to do. Military's not going to pay you 20, 30 grand, if they have a bonus that big now, for you to do 2 years. They're not going to give you 20, 30 grand for you to do 2 years in that MOS, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times they'll have a bonus for an MOS because nobody's joining, or they just can't get people in there, whatever the reason is. So they'll, hey man, we got, $10,000, $8,000, $15,000 for whatever reason. But it's not an MOS that you really want to do. It's not a job you really want to do. So, you see that chunk of change, you're like, oh man, I could use that. You don't get that as soon as you join. It's not like once you sign that paper, they hand you a check. That's not the way it works either. They're going to give you, it's going to be broken up into the whole time you're there, because they're not stupid. They're not going to give you 15, 20 grand off the rip, and then you go out and you do something stupid and you leave the army, or, whatever service you're in. And another thing, don't get the bonus just because they're giving it in a certain job. Okay, the bonus is good, but I'd rather not get a bonus and do a job that I like than, you know what I mean, the other way around. So do all the research, ask all the questions that, this is your life you're talking about. This is life changing for you. So ask all the questions. I wish somebody would have told me a lot of things, because I went in and did everything I'm telling you to do. I did the opposite. But anyway, hopefully you got something from that. Okay, if you got any questions, you can put them down in the description below. Put the questions down there. You can catch me on Twitter or Instagram, whatever. Inbox me, all that stuff. Follow me and all that stuff. Follow me on the social media. I don't really do Facebook. I don't do all that craziness. Just whatever. And I'm gonna go through the phases. You thinking of joining, going to the recruiter, then going to the MEPS, then going to basic. And I'm gonna try to keep it in order. I'm gonna try, but there's certain things I'm gonna talk about. There's times when I'm gonna talk about the VA and things like that for people that get out, whatever. But I'm going to do a video also in the future where I'm gonna set you up for success. I think I am. I'm going to try to help you if you follow. Just from what I've learned, so that when you get out, your VA interaction is a lot easier than mine was. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on social media, man. So Ralphie, no PT. I'll see you on the next smoke.